is put the powder in the glass, pour an alcoholic beverage of your choice. I prefer whiskey. I also like to add a little bit of hot dog water to mine. It's just personal. Just find a nice sedentary position, relax, and stay there. Couch body.
I'm gonna get myself a modem. I'm gonna get myself a modem. Hey guys, I'm gonna get myself a modem. I'm gonna get myself a modem. Hey guys, I'm gonna get myself a modem. I'm gonna get myself a modem. Hey guys, all right, everybody, welcome to Barefoot Tuesday. Yes, hot dog water. You know, don't knock it till you try it. All the hot dogs come with it for free. It's totally free. You can put it in whatever you want. It's really quite refreshing. Loretta is here. Hey, Loretta. Thanks for the tip. She introduced me to Mike McFarland, who is our guest today, who is the heavy metal dad, comedian, former Navy personnel. He's going to tell us about that. I threw up a little over the hot dog water. Yeah, it's good to clean out the system, I think, probably hot dog water. It's raining. Yes, I've got the rain background because it is raining in Los Angeles, which is very odd and very welcome. Super happy about it, although God knows if any of our roofs work anymore. Who knows? We don't need them anymore, I guess, till today. All right, so we're going to do some healing vibrations here. This is not healing vibrations, but we're going to breathe because we've got some breathing to do at the top of the show. And we're going to do it this time with a gong. So last time we were listening to, they were up in the mountains and they had the healing bowls. And hopefully Mike, I mean, he's in there in the green room there with Boney. I can hear him.
Yes.
He's meditating. And now we're going to meditate with some gongs. So yeah, this is a lower tone and something that you can feel throughout your entire body, the gong. And this is, of course, Healing Vibrations. They have their channel on YouTube. And we're going to take in a deep breath, in through the nose, out through the toes. All right. I hate my first hot dog at Casino Saturday in 20 years. Let it go. Jay, don't hate hot dogs. Come on now. Stop hating on the hot dogs. In through the nose, out through the toes. I like the chanting that's going on. I think it's chanting. Let it go.
Hot dog.
Hot dog water sounds a little like a didgeridoo. In through the nose, out through the toes. This is great. I feel like I'm being haunted. All right, let it go. Hot dog water. It's a chant.
Hot dog
water. Hot dog water.
Dog water.
All right, let's get on with this. We have our guest. Anytime at all when you go to Healing Vibrations, you can enjoy this. I highly recommend it. Here's the live guest bumper, and then we're going to have the live guest. All right. Thank God you're here.
Hot dog.
Hot dog water.
Hot dog.
It is a new chant, I think. God knows what that will do for us.
Yeah.
But if you got up every morning, have you ever seen those on the internet? They have these things that are like, I took a cold shower every day, and this is what happened. Have you ever seen that?
Mm.
Yeah. So we could have.
I have seen that.
Yeah, we could have like I drank hot dog water every day, and this is what happened.
Yeah.
Or maybe I chanted
Absolutely.
hot dog water.
I drank hot dog water.
Welcome to lunch therapy, Mr. Mike
Right on.
McFarland. Right on. I'm so glad to have
Thank
you
you
here.
for having me.
Yeah. You're known as the heavy metal dad. Is that right?
That is correct. I assigned myself that title.
You did? You have to.
Yeah, I did, man. I did. It's not complicated. A lot of people ask me, like, well, why do you call that? Like, they think there's some intricate story.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I like heavy metal, and I'm a dad.
There you go.
There you go.
Do you think it's a good thing to kind of do you think you have to brand yourself as a comedian? Like, is that
Yes, I think it. Yes, there is. I think that's very important to do that, so that people know what they're getting. I mean, that's like hot dogs, right? I mean, if you go and you get Bar X hot dog versus Oscar Mayer, you know what the difference is going to be, right? So,
yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing with comedians. If you hear a heavy metal dad, then you're probably going to hear some craziness from a dad,
Yeah.
that thinks he's cool, but he's really not.
Come on now. You're cool. We'll have none of that
In my mind,
in your
I'm
mind.
cool.
What are some of your heavy metal influences? Who are some of your favorite bands?
So I love Motley Crue, Ozzy Osbourne, Rat. Those are the big ones that I really like. And kind of like on a little serious note, I was always really impressed by them
Mhm.
because a lot of them were homeless. They were living in cars, and they still pursued no matter what, and they didn't know how things were going to turn out.
Yeah.
So I think that's a testament to their talent. And so that's why I think heavy metal to me is so incredible and plays such a huge part in my life.
Did you ever play an instrument, or do you play an instrument?
I play the electric guitar. I'm still learning
Yeah.
how to play it, so I'm at beginner at best. But I love doing it, and I just do it for fun.
Did you ever play when you were a kid, or did you have an instrument when you were a kid?
I had an air guitar.
Yeah.
And yeah, I did. And then I would take my tennis racket at night and I would convert that to a guitar. Does that count?
That totally counts.
Is
I had a friend who used to say that he
okay.
plays the Walkman. That's what he used to say. Of course, we don't even know what a Walkman is anymore, but he said that was his instrument.
Yeah.
And everybody has their.
I like that.
Were you actually in the Navy? Is that true?
That's true. I was in the Navy for 20 years. Um, I'm actually retired. I retired when I was 38, and I don't think anybody plans to go in the Navy for 20 years. And I like to be completely transparent about things.
Uh-huh.
I went in the Navy because I was completely unfocused and had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. But I knew eventually I wanted to go to college. But the
Mhm.
one thing that really terrified me was going into large amounts of debt and still not knowing what I want to do.
Yeah. What?
I was like, I'll just go in the Navy and figure it out, and then they can pay for it later.
Yeah. Why do you think you didn't know what you wanted to be? Do you have a lot of different talents or a lot of different interests? Couldn't settle on one?
Let's see here. I do love writing. After I got out of the Navy, I went to the Art Institute of California, and I had my degree in advertising.
Oh, wow.
And I worked as a freelance copywriter for many years. I did SEO, which is extremely boring.
Oh my God, me too. I did that for a while.
Yeah.
That was search engine optimization. That'll drive you crazy.
It's so awful.
Oh,
Nobody reads that stuff on the websites. Nobody reads it. That's the reason why you have all those keywords that are on there. I did that for many years. And I do like writing. I just don't like writing for marketing. It's so dry and boring. And that's what kind of led. And then I started writing stories just for myself, and then eventually I started writing comedy, stand-up comedy for my son
you
when
did?
he first started out. I did, and then he decided he didn't like it. It just wasn't for him. He wanted to be behind the camera for things, so I decided to give it a shot, and I've been doing it ever since.
We have a comment here from Denis Fay. He says SEO triggered the death of journalism. I think it's true.
Probably.
You know, all the
I think
clickbait
so.
and all the things to try and get people to read the stuff. It's like eventually it just became about that and not really about the whole article. Ugh, it'll drive you nuts. No more SEO
Yeah,
talk.
it's terrible. No.
I used to
Horrible.
design websites too.
Oh.
That'll drive you crazy. Do you ever do that?
Yeah.
The things we
No.
do.
Never designed institute. I minored in graphic design.
Yeah.
So I know all the which is helpful today. But I never worked as a graphic designer.
Wow. Denise says, I mean, no offense to you guys, I dance with that devil too. Yes, we've all danced with the search engine optimization devil. Who has not? Who has not? All right, so I'm going to tell you a little story here because it's just a really interesting story that I found, and I want to see what you think about this. This is, I don't know if it's news. It's actually quite old. This woman here, she was, I got this from a website called insider.com, so you know it's true. In 1954, this woman, her name is Anne Hodges. She was napping in her Alabama home, and she was hit by a meteorite. Can you believe that? Yes.
Wow.
She was hit by a meteorite, and she's the only person, or the first person that was ever recorded that was hit by a meteorite. She's just sitting there on her couch. In fact, she was taking a nap. She's in there taking a nap on her couch, and all of a sudden an 8.5-pound meteorite crashed through the ceiling, hit her radio, and then hit her in the side. And she got a nasty bruise. I'll show you the bruise later on. It was called the Sylacauga meteorite. And the weird thing about it is, first of all, she had no idea what the hell happened. Could you imagine if all of a sudden a meteorite came out of the sky and hit you on the side? And her mother came in the room and was like, what happened? What are you doing? And then there was this big rock on the ground. And the weird thing about it is they didn't know what it was. So the Air Force came and they took it to try and figure out, was it an alien? What, did Russia launch this at us? Was this some kind of attack? The other strange thing about it was there was a drive-in across the street called the Comet Drive-In. Right across the street, and there's a big neon sign of a comet going through the air. So, yeah, this was out of this world. She lived to tell the tale. Right, she did. She lived to tell the tale. She did live. There's quite a bruise that she got from this thing. That's the bruise there. And this is her actual radio that possibly saved her life. And there's more to the story. She wanted that meteorite back because I guess it might be, be worth money. But finally the Air Force gave it back to her. But her landlady said, "Hey, I need $500 to fix that roof. Give me that meteorite." And she was like, "No way." They got in a big legal. She's like, "It's mine. It hit my house." They got in a big legal battle. And finally, after the legal battle, she settled. She paid $500 to the landlady, to fix the roof. And then her husband wanted to sell it, but she was like, "I am sick and tired of this stuff." And she just gave the meteorite to a museum. And then she and her husband, of course, got a divorce shortly thereafter, after fighting over the meteorite. And then she died at 52 years old of kidney failure. I don't know. Probably not related. But Kamala says, freak him out. I'm just telling him a little story.
Oh, that's funny, man.
Isn't that the craziest thing? Do you think it happened? Do you think they made this up? Do you think this insider.com thing made this up?
No, I don't think it was made up, but I do have to say I would like to know what was the kidney failure? Was it kidney stones, or
That's a good question.
That's what I really want to know.
I'm thinking it's meteorite
that's
related.
What the focus is.
What do you think the difference is? Oh yeah, go ahead.
I would also like to know what it said on the divorce papers. I mean, did they get to share custody in the meteorites? Is that what was going on?
huge legal battle over that. Sounds like she would have been better off taking it in the head.
That's where my mind's at. That's where my mind's at.
It cracks me up. Oh my God. Anyway, I thought I'd share that with you. I think it's an amazing story of a really weird thing. Have you ever had a horrible job? Because we have a segment on the show called Horrible Jobs. Have you ever had a really bad one? Besides SEO?
Yeah. Yeah, much worse than SEO.
Really?
Yeah, SEO you can walk away from.
I think SEO is not real. You know?
Well, yeah.
It's not a real thing.
Yeah.
There's nobody. You can't get hit by an SEO. Let's face it.
That's true. You can't. No, that's for sure. No, I worked guest relations at a theme park. I will not say.
Oh my God, you and I have to talk. Just a sec. Horrible job segment. We can talk horrible jobs at theme parks. I also worked at a theme park. All right. This is the segment called Horrible Jobs. Yay! All right. Tell me, Mike, about your horrible theme park job.
Okay, so I worked guest relations, and a woman comes in and she says to me, she says, "I'm very upset." And in my mind, I'm thinking, well, you're in the right place because there's nobody happy in here. And then she proceeds to tell me that there was a man that was a grown man that was walking in front of her that was wearing shorts. And then he fell down, but it turns out he was not wearing any underwear.
Oh my God.
And he flashed her with his I quote her, "twig and berries," is what she said. Okay.
Wait, come on. You got to tell us where this theme park was at least. Where is it? Twig and berries.
It's here.
Really?
It's here in California. Yeah. It's in the valley. So
is it Magic Mountain?
No, it's not Magic Mountain.
No?
No. It's closer to Studio City.
Oh, okay. So we're talking Universal theme park.
Yeah.
Universal City.
Yes.
That's great.
Yes.
I love that.
So yeah, so what made this really, really bad is that my coworkers are standing around me and they're not helping me. They're just staring. I'm like, just leaving me here. So basically what I did is you have to, well, I apologize for, I didn't have anything to do with this situation.
Yeah.
And then I ended up giving her basically a front of the line pass to another ride that was on the opposite end of the park. And then I go in the back office and everyone goes, "So what'd you do about the lady that got flashed by male genitalia?"
Oh my God.
I was like, "You guys suck. Left me better by myself." I was like, I'll never forget that, man. I was like, oh, this is terrible, dude.
I can't believe that. Like, it's your responsibility.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Everything's your responsibility.
Yeah, because it's the guest relations, I guess, at most theme parks is basically kind of the last line of defense to make things right before someone leaves and kind of bashes them on social media.
I had a job at Magic Mountain where I had to stand at the front of the gate as people were coming in. So people save up all their money to come to Magic Mountain. They pay an exorbitant amount of money and they're coming in, they're trying to beat the lines. And I'm there trying to take a survey. And they made us like count every like 10th person. And then you had to ask them the survey so that it was random. And of course, every 10th person looked like they wanted to kill me. And so you go up there and you ask them like how much money they make, what their level of education is, just how old they are. It was, I wanted to kill myself. It was miserable.
Yeah.
What do you think about?
Totally.
So let me tell you this here. There is a thing. There's a Chinese Let's see if I can get back to. So there's a Chinese rover on the moon. If you haven't seen the moon lately, this is the moon. This is a video from NASA of the moon, and we have like a whole map of the moon that they copiously put together here. It's a very therapeutic thing for people that want to go, get some perspective on life. You can look at this rock that's orbiting around our planet, hopefully not landing in our living room and giving us a massive bruise. But anyway, so here's the moon. But there's a rover on the moon currently that China put up there. And it has spotted something that I don't know. I'm not sure what it is. And maybe you can tell me. They're calling it a hut. But it doesn't really look like a hut to me. So there it is, off in the distance. I don't know who this person is, but it's like a square. You see that? And
yeah, I do see that.
Here's a little zoomed up in picture here. They've made this big deal out of this thing. It's called it's a hut, and they've decided that they're going to go over there and check it out. And they decided this on December 3rd. So I don't know what's happened since then, because it seems like it's been a lot of time. And still no answer as to what that is. What do you think it is?
My best guess would have to be that it's probably an abandoned cabana. They used to have a pool over there, and now it's now because the water evaporated from the moon.
Yeah.
So that's now a memorial to what used to be there. It's just an abandoned cabana. That's it. That's all it is.
Matt Wright says that it's a honey bucket. That could be. I mean, there could be like a bathroom in there too. I don't know. It's weird because they haven't said anything about it since. So that was December 3rd. Nothing. You'd think they'd say, we went over there, here's what it was. But I can't find anything on the internet that tells me. I'm wondering if it was indeed a cabana or some kind of Stonehenge, right? It could have been Stonehenge. Imagine that if they went over there and it was Stonehenge. They finally figured it out. Elon Musk built it. Yeah, probably Elon Musk.
It's actually, a festival. So from people that come from other planets, they come to the moon and they have a festival here, and that's the landmark for it. So that's what it is.
I found this
for other planets to come to.
I found this. Does anybody know what this is? It's called Mystery Shack. It's from some TV show. I'm trying to figure out like how I can understand what's going on in the world, and maybe I missed some things. I missed this thing called the Mystery Shack. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. Have you heard of it?
I have not.
Sometimes it's like we have to do our own archaeological studies or our own anthropological studies of things that we missed. Apparently there's a very popular Disney show called Gravity Falls. And this is a shack from that. But I've got a surprise.
Okay.
I've got a surprise for you, and it is a contest. Are you ready for a contest?
Yeah, I am ready.
All right, good. All right, so here we go. Contest time. This is a contest. It is called Double Threats. Rock stars who also act. So get ready out there. So what we're going to do is I will show you a picture of a person, a rock star, in a role, deep into a role in a film. And you're going to tell me who the rock star is, what band they're in, and also what the movie is. It's a hard one. It's kind of hard. We like to challenge people on the show. And this is definitely challenging. This is going to be a challenging one. Are you up for it?
Yeah, I'm up for it. Okay. Yeah, we'll see how badly I did.
Yeah, usually people like just flounder in these things because it's really tough. It's a lot of pressure. Loretta Greenberg says, "Honey bucket is a euphemism for what? It is a euphemism for a toilet, of course." Yes. Yeah. So double threats, rock stars who also act. I do need to get there's going to be a scoreboard here. This is the way we do it around here. We have the scoreboard. Let me see if I can get it happening. There will be another me, which is always disturbing. There it is. There it is. So, okay. So lunch therapy, that's yours. So here we go. Oh, by the way, we have a cult, and it's called the Cult of the Hummingbirds. And you're a member now. So just so you know, don't feel uncomfortable about it. If you've never been in a cult before, it's okay. We'll help you along. Here we go. This is the first one. I always like that to say that. I always like to say that to just kind of really doubly freak people out. Okay, there you go. Yeah. I went with a really hard one. This is a really hard one. Let me ask you this. What is your favorite song to air guitar to? Howard says.
I like Kickstart My Heart by Motley Crue.
Motley Crue, Kickstart My Heart. Shoot, man. Wish I had that queued up. All right, you don't know who this is? Let's see if any of the hummingbirds know. Let's see. Well, we're talking about Honey Buckets is a brand name for a portable toilet used at festivals and construction sites. You may be more familiar with the Porta Potty brand. Okay, we're learning a lot on this show. Okay.
Yes.
Does anybody know who this is? David Crosby? Yeah, it looks a little like David Crosby. There we go. We got the answer. Jared Leto. Jared Leto. Can you believe it?
Is it?
It is.
It's Jared Leto. Oh,
it is. Okay. Believe it or not. Jared Leto.
Yeah,
here. House of Gucci is the movie. Okay. Erica Switzer got it too. Erica Switzer.
Which I have not watched.
Yes. Right. And I have not either. I told you it was a tough one. There'll be
transparency.
There will be movies that you've seen. Band 30 Seconds to Mars. Jared Leto. Okay, that was good. So I'm going to give the Hummingbirds 1 point. It's now 1-0.
Awesome.
Sorry about the big E. I got excited. Yeah, that was sometimes in texting you get really excited and just say things like you hate hot dogs. Here we go. Next one. This one maybe you can get.
Oh. Let's see here. Yeah, ditto for my first answer.
Yeah. We've got a comment here. Matt Wright would argue that Jared Leto is an actor who is also in a rock band, so he's not necessarily a rock star, but he's kind of a bona fide rock star. He doesn't seem to be. He kind of has it on his own. Which came first? I
agree with Matt.
Yeah, he's probably right. Jay Patterson says Lady Gaga, Gucci.
Really?
I think, but then she changed it to Star is Born, which is. Let's take a look. I think we've given Mike enough time here. Let's see.
Yeah.
Star is Born, Lady Gaga.
Wow. Man.
Jeez. That was great. I'm gonna give him one more. Okay.
Not doing well.
No one ever beats the Hummingbirds. No one ever does. So don't worry. It's tough. You're outnumbered. All right. What about this one?
We got Tina Turner.
Okay.
And I know that is, I'm going to say Mad Max Thunderdome.
You got it, man. You got it. You nailed that one. Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, Tina Turner. Great job. Great job. So you get a point on that one. So, yeah, Sven de Kock out there in Belgium. He got it. But, because you get the jump on the time. Kamala got it too.
Sweet.
You win. You win on that one. So here we go. Next one. This one's tough. This is really rough. But maybe you can make out who that person is. It's a person on the right. The person on the left is actually her father is a famous rock star.
Okay, so I'm looking at the person at the desk, right?
But the person at the desk is a famous rock star.
Yeah, I think I know who that is.
Okay.
I think that is that Debbie Harry?
Oh my God, you and Matt got Debbie Harry. Do you think either one of you could get what movie it is?
Oh. I'm not sure what movie it is. I mean, I had no idea that Debbie Harry was even in a movie.
Really. She was like, this movie, apparently she was very favorably reviewed in this film. Matt says Liv Tyler on the left. Yes. Liv Tyler on the left. Steve Tyler's daughter.
Okay.
Catherine Connor says Vark Tech. Don't know what that means, but I like it. I like it.
I don't either.
Spinning, show within a show. It is time to move on. Spinning, show within a show. It is time to move on. Spinning. So that was a mess and a fiasco. Internet just completely cut out. And then there's Chuck. And then what happened was I got Mike back on, but then there was no camera. And so the whole thing was just a complete mess. I can't even believe that I'm still able to stream to this show. But, you know, what can you do? What can you do? Sometimes these things happen. And what can you do? Thank you. I lost Mike, and I don't know what was going on, but he came back, and it was just black screen. I could hear him. So I just want to say thank you, Mike McFarland, for being on the show. It's just one of those days when the rain comes down and ruins your internet. So to make up for it, I'm going to just have a few things here as I vamp a little. Just one moment. We didn't finish the end of the contest. We'll have to do that another time. I've got a really, we'll have to have Mike on another time now. He is hilarious. Let me just do one thing for you. And that is, we were going to talk walruses today. And we were just totally unable to do it. But I'm going to show you just a walrus or two. This is oh, forget it. We're going to have to do walruses next week. I think it's time to dance. I'm going to just do a favorite dance break. It's going to be Spirit in the Sky because I need a spirit from the sky. Here we go. I just love this song. This is a revival from a previous episode. It is a replay. It is a band called Evil Rocks. Let's dance it out.
When I die and they lay me to rest, gonna go to the place that's the best.
310 episodes.
When they lay me down to die,
Never
going
happened.
up to the spirit
Internet
in
never
the
went out.
sky.
Or went out again.
Going up to the spirit in the sky. That's where I'm
Long
gonna
time.
go when I die. When I die and they lay me to rest, I'm gonna go to the place that's the best.
Thanks everybody for being here today. Glad I was able to at least end the thing with a good song.
Prepare yourself, you know it's a must. You gotta have a friend in Jesus. So you know that when you die, He's gonna recommend you to the spirit in the sky. Oh, recommend you to the spirit in the sky. That's where you're gonna go when you die. When you die and they lay you to rest, you're gonna
Mike McFarland. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you on Friday.